God, I feel like I've got pink eye. I feel like a possessed Barbie doll today. I feel like I went for like the pink to go with this, and I just look like I've got pink eye. So it's a good look, rocking it for the new year.
She just wants to be beautiful. She goes.
Hello beautiful humans, my name is Paige and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for being here and I hope you're all doing very, very well. Happy New Year everybody! It's 2019! I don't know about you, but I am actually quite pleased to see 2018 behind me. I had an okay year, it was alright, it was definitely better than 2017 and definitely the last kind of 4 months in the year were just amazing. Like, people came into my life who just changed it and I felt in such a good place. It wasn't all bad, but it wasn't the best year, so I'm really excited that we are in 2019. It's a fresh start and I am buzzing for what this year is gonna bring. And on that theme, I've been seeing around YouTube a lot of people doing their New Year's resolutions videos, kind of explaining what they want to do in the new year, what their hopes are, what their resolutions are for 2019, and I've really enjoyed watching them, so I thought, why not make one myself? There are some things that I want to try and achieve this year, that I want to try and change, that I have as goals that I thought might be nice to share with you. So really that's all that needs to be said in kind of lead up to this video. I'm just going to get straight into it. But if you haven't and you would like to, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. You can also do the little bell notification, which is somewhere down there I believe, which notifies you every time I upload a video. And I'm so excited for the content that will be coming in the new year, so please don't miss any of it. I'm absolutely buzzing off my tits for it. And if that's not a sales pitch, I don't know what is. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So I don't know about you, but I've never really been a person to have New Year's resolutions, mainly because I can't keep to them. And I know a lot of people say that they can't keep to their New Year's resolutions, but I really mean I cannot keep to them. And I mean, like, they will be over within like the first day. I'm so bad. I think it comes down to I'm just quite stubborn, and when I'm told to do something, even if it's myself telling myself to do something, I just don't want to do it. So because of that, I haven't really had a New Year's resolution list for a good 6 or 7 years, but I've had a pretty tough few years the last couple of years, and although I'm in a much better place now, I really feel like now is an opportunity for me to kind of take everything that I've learned and take the place I'm in now and make a plan for the future. Because I was very much living day to day for the last 2 years, I was in a place where I couldn't plan, I couldn't see a future. So to make a New Year's resolution to build towards a future just seemed pointless because I couldn't see a future. But now I do, and I think it's a really exciting thing to be able to sit and be like, I want to do this in the new year, this is my future plan and I'm gonna make it happen. So I sat down and thought, like, what do I actually want to achieve in the year? When I was younger, it was always like lose weight or like eat more healthy, and although I do want to maintain going to the gym, which I've been doing recently, and kind of lose my Christmas chub, which I have massively put on, like I've eaten so much food, I feel claggy. You know when you just eat so much food that you kind of feel claggy, I feel heavy. So I do want to obviously like eat better, get my eating back on track, but I am in a place now where as long as I'm healthy, I'm not too caught up on my physical appearance. I actually quite like being a bigger girl. I actually think it suits me. I am lucky enough to have a partner who makes me feel beautiful at this weight. So for the first time in my life, I feel comfortable with how I look. I started to look deeper at what I wanted to achieve. And for me, it's definitely my own independence. I am still currently living at home. I have been for the last 2 years. It's hard when you, like me, I went to boarding school. I lived with all my friends. I lived away from my parents, and then I went to uni, so again I lived with my friends, and it's hard when you've had that kind of sense of independence and that sense of freedom to come back home. I love my mum and I respect her, but we do things very differently. I have my own ways of doing things, she has her own ways of doing things, and they don't necessarily always match. It can be quite stressful. So for me, the big thing this year is to move out, is to get my own place, is to get my own space and my own independence away from my family home. I've always lived with people, so I think I'm going to find it hard living in my own place on my own with only myself for company, but I think it's a necessary step. So that's top of my list this year, is to move out. Alongside that, and I think something that comes in coinciding with moving moving out is to get a job, which to be fair is probably slightly more important. If you followed me for a while, you will know that I was doing a master's in London. Unfortunately, for mental health reasons, I had to drop out of that. And since then, and since kind of getting into a better headspace, I've been looking for work. Let me tell you something, it is extraordinarily stressful. Like, it's so hard to find work, and I got to a point where I was applying for like 4 or 5 jobs a day. I've come to realize something about New Year's resolutions and the way that I tackle tasks in my life, and I can't take any credit for this. I have to credit 2 people. The first person is my absolutely amazing boyfriend, who I spoke to this morning, and I was like, oh my god babe, I've had this epiphany, like this video you sent me of this YouTuber, and he said these things about how you manage tasks. It's changed how I've looked at my New Year's resolutions. It's just amazing. And he's gone, yeah, the same thing I told you like 3 months ago. And I was like, well, yeah, but he said it in a video. So honestly, this notion did come from my boyfriend, and I did listen to him, but it's kind of been reinforced by a YouTuber that we both love. His name is Matt. Oh god, I forgot his surname. What is his surname? I cannot remember his name. Matt Diavella, I think that's how you say his name. Diavella? Yeah, I think it's Diavella. I'll put him up here so you can see. And he's a minimalist, and he just kind of put New Year's resolutions into such a clear thing for me and why they never work. We always give a really big statement, like we always say, I want to lose weight, which is such a broad statement. It seems so overwhelming because it's such a big task. So for example, when I say I want to find a job, it's a huge task. I find myself going, oh my god, that's a lot to achieve, and how the hell do I get there? So what Matt and my boyfriend have said is break that down into smaller, more achievable things. So what are practical steps for me to take in my resolution to get to that ultimate goal, rather than just saying my resolution is to find a job, I'm just gonna plow away and hope I'm gonna get it. What's achievable for me to do in a day is probably apply for 1 job a day. Now I know that doesn't sound like a lot, and to be honest, I feel like a little bit of a cop-out because I've been doing 4 to 5 jobs a day. What I've come to realize is that that's not getting me anywhere. I am not dedicating enough time to one specific application. I'm just applying for as many as I can in the hope that I'm going to get a job. But actually, if I was just to focus on 1 a day and make the application absolutely perfect, then there might be more chance that I'll get that job. So while I'm having my broad resolutions this year, I'm also having daily resolutions, or things I can stick to every week, every day, to get to that final goal, and hopefully they will stick this year. And I guess my final resolution, which really should be everyone's resolution for every single day of their life, I think, is just to be happy. And I know these are quite deep resolutions, but I think I got to the stage in my life where I need to have meaningful resolutions when it comes to New Year. I have spent so long trying to make other people happy, but I think I've lost my own happiness along the way. And at the end of the day, I've realized there's nothing that's more important than your own happiness. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to be a bit selfish and to focus on me for a bit. Cut out any of that negativity that I've had in my life, or anything that doesn't actually bring value to me as a person. Anybody who doesn't bring value to me as a person. Any material thing that doesn't bring value. And again, that is a concept that Matt, I know I'm plugging him a lot, but that Matt says in his terms of minimalism. He really lays out what's important in life and what we should be focusing on. So if you want to check him out, I'll leave his link down below. I know he's someone that my boyfriend's taken a lot of inspiration from, and I think by proxy of my boyfriend taking on those attitudes, I've started to take them on myself, and I actually don't think that's a bad thing. I'm going to be making some big changes in my life. I'm going to be making some personal changes for my own happiness and kind of for my own independence. I also have made a resolution to look at this YouTube channel and look at the direction in which I want to go with it, and I think I've come up with a really exciting direction. Something that's true to what I've always wanted to do, and kind of the fun, positive nature that this channel already has, but also something that I hope will be informative and interesting for you guys to watch, and something that I so enjoy doing. That sounds very vague, but I'm going to do a whole video on it coming out next week. So yeah, I'm really super excited for what 2019 has to bring. I do have one more New Year's resolution for you guys. This one isn't as serious, but it's so fucking important. I'm making myself epilate my upper lip tash every week because And now I wouldn't consider myself a hairy person, but I have recently got into epilation for my top lip, and fuck my good sweet life, it is the most painful thing. I cry every time I do it, but I've been told the only way to get over the pain is to do it regularly. So I've made a resolution to do my tash once a week, and I'm hoping and praying that through that dedication and that schedule of getting the fucking hairs out my face so I don't look like a fuzzy little worm lady. Yes, I conform to beauty standards. I do apologise. I'm hoping that will take the pain away, because I can't explain to you. I sit there and I've got it and I'm just like it's a pitiful sight to behold. Pitiful, but it's necessary. So that is my last New Year's resolution, is just to epilate my tash regularly and try and cry less while doing it. So fingers crossed. Those are my resolutions. I know they're a bit deep and a bit like serious and adult. I realised that I am an adult now. Like, I'm 27 this year. I probably should get my shit together in some sort of way. I think they're achievable, and I think that they are ones that really will make a difference in my life. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's not really like light-hearted and stupid like I normally am, but I thought it was important to talk about, and I really liked the idea of breaking up your resolutions. I wanted to put that in some sort of video because I thought that might help you guys if you've got resolutions that you want to try and stick to. I thought that was such a good piece of information that has kind of changed the way I look at everything, so I thought I wanted to share that with you guys as well, because you know, it might be helpful and might help you stick to your New Year's resolutions. Speaking of which, let me know what yours are down below. That would be so cool to hear what yours are. Have you stuck to them? Are you making any? If you are, what are you making? If you're not, why aren't you? Are you like me? You're just a bit like, well, they're a bit pointless, so probably shouldn't. Let me know down below. Let's have a conversation. And that is the video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I have been me, so please always be you, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye! Oh, that was a really long bye. Actually hurt my hand. Really hurt. Okay, bye.